I met Alvin and Smith, and yeah, after we graduated and we were looking for another roommate, Joanne and Alvin were in houses across from each other, right? So they knew each other better, and Joanne and Noreen and I were going to room together, and she got Alvin to room with us. She was a wonderful addition. We had a lot of fun, and when we moved into an apartment in New York at 118 East 93rd Street. It was a doorman building, and we were on the 7th floor, and we had 2 bedrooms and a bathroom and a living room and a dining room and a kitchen. It was an old building, and it wasn't in the greatest, the paint was very thick and stuff, but it was really a nice apartment. And I think for somehow, Noreen, who was much more of a conniver than I always had to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but but she got it. She said she was in advertising. She had, or Joanne was in advertising. Joanne actually had a job at Compton's Advertising. And somehow they convinced them that we could rent it. It was for commercial. That's what it was trying to be sold. And something that I don't quite remember the details, but Ed Toole, who was a lawyer and who was dating Noreen at one point, got our rent down to $144 a month. So, no, we each paid $44 a month for this wonderful apartment on 93rd Street. And I had a job teaching in White Plains, and I commuted backwards. Well, I had to get up at 6:30, which wasn't my time of day then or now. And I'd put my clothes in the bathroom the night before so I wouldn't wake anyone up, and I'd get dressed in the bathroom, and then I'd go, and I'm sure
By train?
I took the subway up to 125th Street and walked over and took the train. At that time, nobody did reverse commuting, so it was all the maids on the train and me. And then my dad, who was commuting into New York, would leave the car at the gas station in Hartsdale. When he got on the train, I'd get off the train, pick up the car, go to school, teach, come back, leave it at the gas station, take the train back, and he would pick it up. And it worked out very well for us. And we had a lot of fun then. Everybody had roommates in those days. Remember, this was long before the pill. And nobody was, to the best of my knowledge, most people weren't sleeping with anybody. And it was fine to have roommates because you didn't need your own bedroom. And people would have parties in their apartments, and they were small and they were crowded, but that's what they did. And they'd have party. We had a party in ours too. And we had some kind of punch, as I recall. And we all ate together every night unless someone had a date. And we were like a family. We ate. I usually did the shopping because I got home earlier than they did, and I had to get off at 96th Street where there was an Associated grocery store. So I would get the food,